sculptures. Look at the cacti. Or the cactus, it's just one of them, so.
Okay, take a look at the shirt.
Take the long way home, Sedona, Arizona. Pretty cool. Alright, dinner is just across the street. These fences are pretty sweet too. I like how like instead of like stone, they're filled with rocks. Like each of those pillars are filled with rocks. We saw that in Phoenix too.
Yeah, we did.
Here we are. The Vault Uptown. And the good news is our car is still here. They haven't towed it yet. Actually, I was thinking about that. We should drop our wine glasses off.
Yeah, we should.
So let's do that and then we'll head inside. All right, here's our menus. And look at this view from the restaurant.
He's not just talking about me.
All about the view. Everything in this picture right here. Good view of Snoopy Rock too. Good view of everything, really. It looks awesome. This is cool.
This reminds me of the restaurant that we ate in
San Diego with this awesome view. Yeah, it kind of does, doesn't it? I like this. It's not even the same view, but it's just equally as amazing. So cool.
A lot less cold.
It is a lot less cold. So here's dinner. Look at how beautiful this is. This is like a work of art.
I know.
That looks so good though. I mean, that chicken, oh my god.
That is the fanciest
That looks
fried chicken
really,
I've
really
ever seen
good.
in my life.
But man, even
those
yours looks really good
vegetables.
too. Wow. Can't wait to dig in.
Can't wait. So what'd you get?
I got fried chicken. And you got?
Butternut squash enchiladas.
Butternut squash enchiladas. Very good looking. We're gonna go ahead and dig in. We'll let you know after dinner what we thought.
Alrighty.
See you soon. How was your Sedona adventure?
It was great.
Pretty cool. That dinner was
amazing.
Unbelievable. That fried chicken was good. And all of the vegetables were so well seasoned, and the potatoes.
My dinner was so good. I actually told our waiter, I was like, I stopped because I had to. Couldn't eat another bite.
Yeah, but the food was just unreal.
Amazing.
I mean, and then you got the view. I mean,
this view right here.
Yeah, we picked a good one on that one. That worked out
Definitely.
really nice.
That one's going in the books.
That was a really good one. And yeah, like you said, it kind of reminds us of that George at the Terrace and stuff. Just really good. I mean,
really good.
Just good food.
Really good.
Yeah, the wait staff was good. Our waiter was really good. So we tipped him well.
Yeah.
And food is probably, I would say, roughly like a table service at Disney price. Fried chicken was $25. Soda was $3.50.
Which is pretty standard for like that.
Around nowadays, like in touristy areas.
Yeah, I stuck with water, but my dinner was $18, and
the enchiladas.
Yeah, the enchiladas were amazing, and that's not a bad price for just to sit down and eat dinner.
Yeah, for a really nice sit down place, you got a really nice view. You really can't ask for more at the end of the day.
It was just a great experience.
Yeah. So, and we don't mind splurging a little bit. I mean, if you look at some, like what we've been having, like we had Sonic. We ate well with Red Lobster, but I mean, we're still not spending nearly like what we would at Disney. So
yeah, that's
it's no big deal to kind of go somewhere nice every once in a while. So.
And it was out on a patio, so we felt comfortable. We didn't have to worry about social distancing as much. Sure. So
yeah, it was really nice. And now we're just driving through.
See some of the stuff that we saw. This really is an amazing downtown area.
It's very nice looking.
I don't think either of us have ever seen anything that looks quite like this.
I just love the backdrop.
I mean, the backdrop and the way that the whole city's laid out, it's beautiful.
It's like a little town. They definitely know that they have a lot of tourists coming, so they've got plenty of shops and everything ready for all of the tourists to come by their Sedona, Arizona, and the Conquer the mountains and stuff like that shirts and whatnot.
We should get that. I survived the climb to Volti Arch.
Obviously, nobody's going to be buying that one because nobody's there.
Nobody knows about it.
They'll all get the Cathedral Rock ones and stuff. But either way, actually, we're getting on 89A, so we're gonna go right past where we actually had our.
Where we parked?
I know. We're going to
Right
probably get some really bad flashbacks here coming up. But
our legs will start cramping up.
but either way, while Sedona was great, we are going to head back to Flagstaff. Last night in Flagstaff.
Yep.
This is it. And
we actually get to sleep in a little bit tonight. It's going to be great.
We will probably get up around 8. Which is early,
sleeping
but...
in. Considering how early we've been getting up.
Yeah, we've been getting up at like 6.
Yeah. 5 today.
We tried to get up at 5 today. It didn't happen. We still end up we still end up getting up at 6.
Yeah.
I woke up and the alarm was going off, and I snoozed it, and I was like, I'll just let it snooze for an extra 15 minutes. It's okay. And we woke up and it was 6 o'clock, and I'm like, well, that didn't work. But it really didn't matter because our timing today just kind of worked out perfectly.
Yeah.
We had enough time to do everything we really wanted to do. We saw some amazing things, amazing views, amazing hikes, food, shops, had amazing wine.
It was a great day.
Yeah, very good. A lot of experiencing Sedona today.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do tomorrow, we're going to get up at 8 a.m. and then
pack up our stuff.
Yeah, we got to pack up everything. So everything's got to go in the car. And then around 10, what we're thinking is we'll leave. We're going to go head down to Phoenix, and we have a entry to the Desert Botanical Garden in Phoenix, and our entry time is between 12:30 and 1. So we're going to be there a little bit early. Sorry about that. I'm hitting the little bumper things. Yeah, we're going to be there a little bit early, but we'd rather be early than late.
Definitely.
And then we're also staying in Phoenix for the rest of the trip. That's where our next home base is going to be. Like right now, Flagstaff's our home base, and we visit everything around that area. This time we're going to Phoenix, and we're going to stay in Phoenix actually a lot, but we're also going to go near Yuma and into Imperial County, California to visit the Imperial Sand Dunes. So we got some decent plans coming up.
Yeah.
But I would also say that it's going to slow down a little bit from here on out. Not as many plans.
Not as many plans, not as many adventurous plans.
Yeah, exactly.
So we've done the heavy lifting for the trip.
This is the main course. Phoenix is the dessert. So it's going to be a lot of fun. And our next Airbnb has a pool.
Oh my goodness, I can't wait.
We're going to get a lot of use out of that, I think.
We've spoken to the host, and he said that it's fine if we use it at night, just as long as we kind of be respectful. So that will be...
It's going to be perfect.
A lot of fun.
Can't wait.
Can't wait to show you.
We wanted to both jump into a pool today when we were on that hike. We were like, man, I wish we had a pool. We'd just drive straight back and just jump in.
I didn't care what kind of body of water it was. I would have jumped into anything.
You know what? I was kind of thinking about that when we were on the trail. I'm like, man, I wish there was like a creek or something, because I would love to just soak my hat in something and just use that to cool off.
But it was another hike.
It was well, yeah, there was a creek, and it was all the way back next to the car, and then there was a creek bed, but it was completely dry.
Yep.
There was nothing in it. So that didn't really help us much.
No, it did not.
But either way, we still had a lot of fun. We made it through that hike.
We struggled through that hike.
Oh, it was a big struggle.
We both called home and were like, that was simultaneously the best and worst thing I've ever done in my life.
There's some parts of that hike that you guys would have not wanted to have seen. Because it was just pure torture.
Tears were happening.
It was crazy.
Sometimes you it just got to the point where when we were going up, that we got so used to just seeing more dirt that when we saw sky, we almost didn't know what it was.
There's a clearing here.
What?
What is that?
The up part is over.
The down part was a lot easier for sure.
Yes.
It was still kind of tough on the knees though when you got some rocks and whatnot, but definitely easier going down than trying to go up. And there's a lot of loose places, so you got to be really careful where you're stepping, because if you step in the wrong spot, you're going down the mountain.
Yeah.
And while we wanted to go down the mountain, we didn't want to go down like that. So,
not that way.
Yeah, I mean, that would have been quicker.
A lot quicker.
But
a lot worse.
Not as fun.
We got scraped up enough as it was.
Yeah.
And we were tripping, especially towards the end, you know.
Yeah, because we were like
feet
so
just
out
get
of it.
so heavy. But enough complaining.
It was great.
It was great.
It was good.
Would we do it again?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Possibly.
It's a maybe, leaning towards a no. But I will say, I'm very proud of us. I'm very proud of myself. I think that's really the takeaway from it.
Well, it's like we were saying, if we did do it again, we'd be packing a lot more water.
A lot more water. That was another thing. We did run out of water towards the end.
Yeah, we definitely could have used some more. That's the only thing. And, you know, luckily we froze our water bottles. Oh, look, we got one poor unfortunate soul right here.
My dude.
I think they're coming to the hiking spot.
Jake made a joke on the way down. He goes, "We started this trail as stupid children, and we're coming back as wizened adults."
Exactly.
Wizened, jaded
we were just
adults.
Foolish children.
We were just foolish children when we started this hike.
We are now old and wise. We know a little bit more about the hike, though.
That's true.
Oh, we did look it up. 1,900 feet in elevation change.
Yeah.
Between the bottom and going up to the top is 1,900 feet of elevation. I didn't know whether to be happy when I heard that or sad.
Yeah.
It is crazy. So it's really cool. And when we get home,
I would suggest
we're gonna have some stories.
Yeah, I would suggest that if you are an experienced hiker, definitely. If that's something that you think you can handle, 100%. The views are spectacular, and I don't think you will ever be further away from civilization than
seems to be,
on that, because even though we were so close to a road, and even we still sometimes had cell signal, it was just us.
Yeah.
And you couldn't hear anything. It's like we said, the flies were so loud.
I don't know what else to say. You know, it was just crazy. But if you're not an experienced hiker, and I'm not going to say that we are experienced hikers, because we're not at all.
Not.
It was probably, we probably bit off more than what we could chew on that.
Probably, definitely.
And yeah, we did okay. But if you're a beginner hiker, probably do not recommend, because
I would probably just say if you want to see an arch, check out Devil's Bridge.
Check out Devil's Bridge.
It'll be
Wait
crowded.
till after COVID.
Yeah, but
yeah.
Yeah.
So actually, you know what? That wasn't the trail. This is
it
the
right
trail
up here?
Right up here, I think it's coming up. Because
there's that campground.
That was a little too soon. Is this it? There it is, right there.
Yep.
And nobody's parked there.
And you can.
You want to do it again? We got the pass. It'll
funny.
be probably 3 in the morning by the time we finish.
Probably.
Oh, look at that car. That was an old Corvette. That's
What if
cool.
we got that on camera? I was kind of taking a look at the mountain when that happened, but maybe this camera's got a really wide lens.
It does. The camera does have a really nice wide shot, and which is perfect for this trip because it can pull in a lot of these mountains. I don't know if it makes them look as big as they actually are, but it at least captures it.
Yeah.
So.
There's definitely something very humbling when you're just driving through and you look up and you just see.
Oh, it's crazy.
Rock. Nothing but rock.
It is nuts. And I don't know what to say about this, but as much as I love it, I don't know if I would change anything about home, though. Because
Well, yeah, home is home.
Home is home, and I kind of like the idea where it's just flat and I don't have to worry about going up and down.
Going up and down. Are you saying that because you just climbed a mountain today?
I don't know if I am.
Is that swaying?
I think it would just be
your
scary and like driving at night all the time.
Well, sometimes it is. There are some hills in different areas. Like if you get into like the bottom area, kind of
But we
Ohio.
don't have to deal with that.
No.
So. But yeah, I don't even know if I could live down in like southeast Ohio. It's not my thing. But I would definitely choose this over that any day. I mean, these red rocks and all this.
Jake hates the Appalachian Mountains, and it's really funny to listen to him talk about it.
I just talk about how they're inferior to the Rockies. And now these aren't the Rockies.
No, they're not.
They're really cool looking. But I mean, I just think the Rockies are way better. I mean, they look so much nicer. They're bigger. Way more impressive.
And I keep trying to say that the Appalachian Mountains are older than the continents.
Yeah, but I mean, I wasn't there for that. I'm only here now.
You're here now, and the Rockies have snow.
And the Rockies are better.
And they're better.
So what are these? Where did these come from? Because Flagstaff is volcanic, so what are these? If these are Rockies. Or are these like some kind of, I mean, they have to be mountains. I don't know that they would all be volcanoes.
I don't know what they would technically be called. My first, thought, the first answer that could possibly that comes to mind is that maybe they were carved by glaciers.
Maybe.
During the migration, because that's how a lot of our landscape, as we know it today, has been formed, is by the glaciers and their migration across the continent. But I could also be completely wrong.
You know what I think?
Maybe we'll research that when we get home.
I think, actually, we could just stop the camera and we can come back in about 2 seconds and tell them.
Cut. All right, let's do that.
All right, so we'll talk to you in just a second. We promised, and now
Alrighty.
we've got answers.
We figured it out. And it's even cooler than glaciers.
It is pretty cool.
So, it was not glaciers. Disappointed in myself.
You couldn't have ever guessed this.
I couldn't have ever guessed this. So, the entire area surrounding Sedona was a floodplain. So this was all underwater. And over time, the contents of the water deposited sediment, which built up the different layers. Which is why you can see different colors and layers kind of in stripes on the mountains. Now, this is when it gets kind of interesting, at least to me. When the Rockies formed, during the tectonic plate shift, it created cracks in the earth. And the cracks in the earth basically caused valleys and a drainage system. So all of the water that was here was draining out, and it eroded everything except what's left. So basically that means that everything, all of this was underwater, up even above these giant mountains. And then when it flooded away, it slowly...
Sedona just appeared there.
Basically that's what happened. Sedona
the city
just
and everything.
Popped up. Everything. It's people, and just the shops, everything. But yeah.
That's pretty cool though.
That's really cool.
That's neat. I mean, yeah, I mean, we were wondering, how did this form, if, this isn't a mountain range other than, just in the area.
And the reason that they know that it was water is also kind of cool. It's because the different layers are different layers of limestone. And limestone is formed, we've got a lot of limestone at home. It's formed by shells. So there's probably a lot of fossils up there.
That is cool to see. Wonder what they found. I bet you they found a lot of cool stuff.
Oh yeah. I'll bet this place is just a geological treasure trove.
Probably. I can tell you where nobody's touched. Sterling Pass. Alright guys, well, that was a good chat. We are going to put the camera away and enjoy our ride back to Flagstaff. We've only got 27 more minutes now because we've been talking all this time.
We've been talking. Just been chatting.
Hopefully you've been enjoying the little chat that we've had.
Yeah.
We don't always get to do that. I know we kind of skip around a lot.
Cut
we're kind
around
of busy.
The boring stuff.
Yeah, we're busy. We cut around all that boring stuff. When we're on vacation, stuff like that. But it's always nice to come back, have a nice conversation, and get to chat with everybody.
Yeah.
So
Had a lot of fun.
heck yeah. So we will see you guys when we get back to Flagstaff.
Bye.
Remember, she has an iPhone, so you gotta
Volume's
hold
down.
close.
Don't know if you can see it, but that definitely looks like Flagstaff out
It's
in the
like
distance.
Flagstaff to me. Alrighty, we just made it back to the Airbnb. We're gonna grab our stuff and head inside. Alright guys,
Alrighty.
we are back again, and we're gonna go for the night. We made it back to the room, so we will see you tomorrow when we go to the botanical garden. Did I say that weird?
Botanical garden?
Botanical garden. The desert botanical garden in Phoenix. So we will see you next Monday, next week, and tomorrow. Good night.
Good night.